Okay, play CDI. Anything? The CDI is notoriously weird. Hey! Un momento, por favor. Un moment, s'il vous plaît. One moment, please. I don't know how long they consider a moment or how long we're going to be here. They're loading up all of the Burger King action. I'm assuming this is going to be like a AAA experience. They're Burger King. They've got the money to throw at a game like that. It'll teach you how to play Burger King, or how to be in Burger King. Orientation, broiler. Good. I don't know what a broiler is, so this is actually going to be perfect. Closed captioned English. Oh, they're accessible, are they? That's lovely. First name. Oh, God. My first name is Dreya. What? This is the most fucked way you could have done it. Dreya. There we go. And then click enter. On an old beige keyboard. Oh no, I have to do last name. This. No. Dreya. Dreya Hamburger. Oh, that's a lot of letters I've chosen. Dreya Hamburger. Was that character creation? Okay, please select a program. Orientation or broiler. Oh, there's two things. Okay, well, give me the orientation, please. Part 1. Continue. I don't know how, if there's any voice acting in this. We'll see. I have loaded it up past the menu and that's about it. At least give me like a talk through. This orientation training program is dedicated to the memory of late James McLemore, co-founder of the Burger King Corporation. Mr. McLemore strongly believed that our crew members are the most important people in the Burger King system and was committed to their training. His cooperation, assistance, and support during the production of orientation is gratefully acknowledged. Please answer the following questions. About Burger King or just oh my god.
The success of our worldwide Burger King brand rests with A, each individual crew member, B, our international advertising effort, C, the fact that we have more than 7,000 restaurants.
Restaurants is a bit fucking rich. Each person who works at a Burger King is equally responsible for Burger King's success.
Very good.
Hey!
You're right. The success of our brand rests with you and your fellow crew members worldwide. Because to each guest you meet, you are Burger King.
I am Burger King. My controller disconnected itself in anger. It's like, stop fucking playing this, I swear to God. Nope, you get plugged into life support, I'm afraid. Let me die. Why are you doing this to me?
Their opinion of our entire company is based on the quality of the food and service that you provide. Question number 2. Although guest service is very important, only crew members working the front counter and dining room actually contribute to guest satisfaction. A.
No,
true.
because
B. False.
even the lowliest of position, like the people who wipe down the tables and the janitors in the back room, they all contribute to the Burger King experience. It all adds up to the well-oiled machine that is a Burger King.
You're right. This statement is incorrect because every crew member plays a role in delivering guest satisfaction.
That looks disgusting.
Question number 3. Your most important job is to A. Keep the restaurant clean and well-maintained. B. Make sure no customer ever cheats Burger King. C. provide such exceptional service that our guests want to return more often.
I love these things. I've had to fill these out for jobs before, and they're always this. They haven't changed since 1997. Basically, it's always 3 options, and it's like, "Welcome to working at Aldi. Do you do the bare minimum of your job? Do you shoot the customer with a gun when they annoy you, or do you do everything perfectly and make sure everything is running smoothly?" Those are the 3 options in every fucking questionnaire. Probably don't shoot the Burger King people with a gun. Do that one.
Excellent. You're right. Your most important job is to provide such exceptional service our guests will want to return more often. Because the more often they return, the more successful your restaurant will be.
Is this how depressing a Burger King looked in the
Question number
90s?
4. Before you begin training, your manager will do the following.
Sexually
A,
harass you.
give you a tour of the restaurant. B, introduce you to fellow crew members.
Ooh.
C, point out fire exits and explain how to use fire extinguishers. D, discuss administrative details. E, all of the above.
Oh, well, it's all of the above. I was like, oh, which one? Maybe this is like insider Burger King knowledge. Like they always do this in a specific thing. And it's like you've just been given a tour and now you're playing on your Philips CDI. And it's like, which one did your manager just do, fucko? Use your brain, use your memory. Were you paying attention to when your new manager was talking? But no, it's probably just all of the above.
Very good. You're right.
Thank you, Burger Mummy.
As part of your orientation, your manager will give you a tour
When
of
is
the
there going to be a
restaurant,
Burger Queen?
introduce you to fellow crew members, point out fire exits, explain how to use fire extinguishers, and discuss administrative details, such as where and when the schedules are posted, how to punch in, and your restaurant's
I don't believe that
uniform and
anyone
meal
in a Burger
policy.
King has ever been this happy.
Question number 5. At Burger King, you'll learn skills like A,
Self-defense.
cash handling, teamwork, and dealing with and serving the public. B, cash handling, inventory control, and dealing with and serving the public. C, cash handling, inventory control, and cleaning and maintaining restaurant equipment.
It's all of them, isn't it? It's all of them? I guess A, because that one prioritizes teamwork, and corporate types love the word teamwork. Oh, they love it so much. I don't know why. We're a family here at Burger King. Except that foot lettuce guy.
You're right. At Burger King,
Okay.
you'll learn skills
Feels like all
cash
of them would have
handling,
been appropriate.
teamwork, and dealing with and serving the public. These are skills that can benefit you throughout your life.
Everything's so grey in these pictures. Why did Burger King look so depressing back in 1997? And I feel
Thank
like
you
every...
for completing
That
this
was
important
it.
part of your development as a valued Burger King employee.
I'm valued by Burger King. I'm part of the Burger King family. Now I need to learn how to use the grill. Le grill. This isn't Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, Deep Fry Boogaloo. I do have some sort of sex mystery game for the CDI somewhere. Right, good stuff. Let's do orientation. No, let's do broiler next. Closed captioned English, please, because, you know, they're American. We need it. Sex mystery. You know what I mean? I have to put my name in again. You know I'm Dreya Hamburger. I think it's called Voyeur. I think it's some sort of infamous sex mystery game. But I have that somewhere installed. That'll show up on stream somewhere, I'm sure. Maybe YouTube, I don't know. Oh, that. Last name? I mean, we're doing it again. I know that name. And it concerns me. It's not on the banned titles on Twitch. That's what I can tell you. I mean, I've already played one of them and nothing happened. I played BMX Triple X on this show at one point and nobody came for me. Well, some of you might have come for me, but not like Twitch staff. Hamburger, perfect. Enter. Have we played all that, or are they merging together? I think there's a few of them from the 90s. We might have played it. I didn't recognize it when I looked at screenshots, but maybe. Broiler, obviously. Standard broiler or the self-return broiler? Woo! Ooh, well, I think if we use a standard broiler, we'll be pretty much set across them all. What was the one with all the soft porn artwork? Again, unfortunately, that doesn't narrow it down. There was one we played where we were a vampire and we were looking at some softcore pornography. I think that was called Gothos. I actually quite liked that one. It says you have to ask your manager. Emma! Standard broiler or self-return broiler? What? Just pick one. A or B? A standard broiler or a self-return broiler? What? B or O-I-L-E or? O-I-L-E or? What? An oven. No, not a chicken. Well, do you think I should pick a standard broiler or a self-return broiler? Well, I just need to know right this second. No, not in real life. Yeah. A or B? I'm a self-return broiler. I like Emma, but I'm not sure she's qualified. Has Emma even done the training? Self-return broiler, please. Oh my god. If you don't know, ask your manager. Emma! Do we have a vertical toaster with bun warmer, a vertical toaster without bun warmer, or a horizontal toaster? Choose one. A horizontal toaster. Thank you. Continue. Or is it just hanging? I would love if it crashed to desktop right now. It would be the best thing possible. My cursor has disappeared. I can't control this anymore. Oh! What just happened? Play? Maybe it's just loading. Maybe it's fine. Let's just relax for a second. Emma, do something. Do we think it's crashed? Nothing's working. Pause. Play. None of the buttons work. Rewind. Eject. I think the broiler thing has broken. It can't contain the complexity. I need to learn how to work at Burger King. What on earth is going on? Hello, Emma. It told me to ask my manager. Let me restart. Because now we know the options. I'm gonna have to ask corporate induction training at Burger King. Specifically, November 1997 USA. Burger King. So this doesn't work for like 1998 or 1996 Burger Kings, but specifically USA in 1997 Burger Kings. Un momento, por favor. What language even is that's? It's por favor, so it's got to be Spanish. Oh, thank you for that. I'll just wait. We'll get through it. I needed something to slot in. Like a horizontal toaster. There's some fucking long loading times in this game, considering it's barely a video game. It's not really a video game, is it? Closed caption English. Oh. This is the third time I've typed in Dreya Hamburger. I was already annoyed the first time. This is AAA gaming. Exactly, I am earning the educational tag. then hamburger. If you live in Hamburg, do you call it a me? More like an interactive PowerPoint presentation. Broiler. Don't make me type it in again. We have a self-return boiler. Do we call it a what? Horizontal toaster. And then continue. And now we just wait. I'm just going to leave it here for untouched for a minute. Not only can I flip you a patty, but I can tell you how to access the 7th dimension and wake the dead. We have a lot of variety on this stream. It's important. I'm honestly shocked this is running at all, so... I don't remember where I got this originally or why I know it exists. I think I was just going through like a big list on Wikipedia of CDI games, because there isn't many. I was like, yeah, I'll get that. That sounds funny. Yeah, I'll get that. That sounds funny. So I've got stuff that nobody should play. This is like doing an online compliance course. If I go over here, what else do I have in this nightmare folder? Actually, not much. I've got something called Gnomes. I don't know what that is either, but it's just called Gnomes. What time is it? If this doesn't work, we'll say Gnomes. You said you wanted more variety after a few adventure games, and your logic is almost violently correct. I don't think they want me to learn how to use a broiler in Burger King. They think I'll be too powerful if I know how to use a Burger King broiler. Shame. Let's close that then. Fuck it, let's play Gnomes. I've got like another half an hour before I have to go anywhere. CDI Gnomes. This is where it has a cover. Gnomes told by Tom Baker. Played never. Video games. Is this a video game? I have no idea. See if it loads up. It does. Gnomes. I'm leaving it in games and demos. This won't be in the Twitch database. Play. Turns out it's an audiobook. It easily could be. Oh my god, that's loud for me. Murder. Gnomes.
It was here somewhere.
That's Tom Baker. I know that voice anywhere. I've watched Doctor Who and unfortunately Little Britain.
I knew I'd find that door.
Why is his hand so hairy?
Oh, Slitzweiz.
Oh. Ooh. That was Tonta Harrelson who invited us in. Quite a good friend of mine, actually. Here we are, in his living room. Let me show you around. This rucksack has everything you'll need to go exploring. If you click on it, then that's exactly what you'll do. If you click on this cart, I'll take you on a guided tour of the wood where the gnomes can be found. You'll see where they live and how they work.
I'd like to see some gnomes.
The tour will be just like watching television. If you click on this lantern, and then on either the cart or the rucksack, I'll explain to you how they work. The way out of the gnome's house is through the door. Of course.
Of course.
You'll be your own size again, until the time comes for your next visit.
All right, what language was that gnome speaking as we saw him? Because it sounded almost German. Look at that cursor. It's weird gnome faces appearing and disappearing from nowhere. That's pretty amazing. What's this book? Can I look at the book? Hang on. Look at the book. Nope, apparently not. We know what the cart is. Don't like all the gnomes. We know what the backpack is, and we know how to leave. Is that it? That's everything in here? I mean, it's a nice looking house. It's very cozy looking. Well, let's go on an adventure with the gnomes, obviously. Seems like the thing to do in a gnome adventure game. I don't know if this is a game. The music. Alright, I can vibe with that.
Hello. Are you coming to search for the gnome? Good. You'll have to look very carefully, though, because gnomes are extremely clever and can move very quickly. Even if you manage to spot one, he'll have vanished before you know it. Although gnomes are hardly ever seen, they're there all right. If you look round very carefully, you'll discover all kinds of tracks and clues as to where they can be found. There are places in this picture where you can click to see what the gnomes are up to. And you can find a hidden path to go even deeper into the woods.
Yeah, look at some fucking gnomes. I'd like to go into the windmill and see the gnomes.
Sometimes a gnome family will take up residence in a windmill.
Is this a game? Oh my god, I don't know what's happening. It feels...
Gnomes live practically everywhere.
It sometimes feels like this is a nature documentary and sometimes like a video game, and I don't know which is which. Get gnomed. Oh, if this is the... I'm not an elf. I'm not a goblin. I'm a gnome. Then that's very annoying. Gnome cuneiform. I guess we'll look in the window if gnomes are everywhere. See if some gnomes are in there.
The house gnome is used to humans and speaks our language really well. The gnome king is chosen from among their number.
Why did they have modern, like 80s glasses on? What about the flower bed?
The garden gnome is usually rather glum and likes to tell miserable stories. When he's had enough of the garden, he goes into the wood. But he doesn't like it there either.
No.
He's quite clever and very critical.
This might rock. This might be really good. It's a good name. Ugh. Don't be racist. I remember the gnomes have a hot babes button like Hulkamaniac. No, I don't want to see... I was about to see I don't want to see a hot gnome babe. I've played Baldur's Gate 3. My character was one of them. That would be a lie.
The woodland gnome is the most common of all, but even he isn't seen very often. He likes to live under an old tree.
He had a little thing of blueberries. What about the beach gnome?
The dune gnome is somewhat larger than the woodland gnome. He isn't very fond of humans. He likes to settle in a pine tree or an old rabbit hole. His clothing is rather drab.
Why is Tom so fucking aggro about these gnomes? It's like a bit of a sarky bitch about him.
The farm gnome
You pissing?
resembles the house gnome, but is rather quieter. He doesn't like change. He can be found under a haystack, in a stable, or in a shed, or even high up in a loft.
I wasn't expecting a pissing gnome. I'm so pleased. It's everything I could have wanted. Finally, we get an appearance of some good old-fashioned piss in one of these games. I didn't realize it was going to be Gnomes narrated by Tom Baker that did it.
The farm gnome resembles the house gnome, but is rather quieter.
I'd like to go back now. Alright, cool. Back out and I don't know where else we go.
There are lots of other places in this picture to explore. Are you going to look for them?
Yes.
In this house, you can get to know something of the history of the gnome.
Of course, I'd love that. Doesn't feel like a horror movie at all. Like I'm about to be
Here lives a
Wicker
family
Man.
that have in their possession a carving of a gnome that is over 2,000 years old.
From pre-Jesus.
These words were later carved on the figure. They mean gnome, actual size. Gnomes probably came originally from Scandinavia in northern Europe. More than 1,500 years ago, a Roman sergeant lived here, and he wrote, "Today I beheld with my own eyes a living miniature man. He was wearing a red cap and a blue shirt. He spoke our language, though some of the words were strange. He said that gnomes could be found all over our empire and beyond. But he would say nothing further about their history. This they wished to keep secret." There are lots of other places in this picture to explore. Are you going to look for them?
Yeah, right. I mean, you might have met a red cap, which are notoriously evil, even outside of D&D. I think there's no sky gnomes, are there? Talking about a little person in gnomes where there's all... No.
Move the cursor over the screen.
Is
Which
what,
way
like a
do
little
you think you
sign?
should go? It's hard to tell, isn't it? Gnomes can be found all over the world.
Oh, Jesus, what the fuck?
Which country does this gnome come from?
Oh,
Point it out.
no! Not gnome racism! Gnome! Oh. Can I slow you down? Like, oh, God, what the fuck? Can I shift you?
Yes.
This coolie gnome lives in China, in Central Asia. He's very old indeed, and lives on 2 grains of rice a day, except on his birthday, when he eats an egg roll.
Not the gong! Oh, I don't fucking know where you're from. Can I hear your voice? Do I want to hear your voice? Oh no! I thought gnomes were above this. Can I hear what he sounds like?
In his own country, he's called Kulsum. In his own country, he's called Kulsum.
Talking of discrimination, look at my link. What a horrible thing to read. Look at this, it's very interesting. Is it about gnomes? Cool racist gnomes? I don't know. A persecuted minority in the west of France and northern Spain. Okay, just showing me a persecuted minority. The Cagos. And they no longer exist, apparently. Fine. I've never heard of them. I will read that later. What is this? It's Gnomes by Tom Baker.
Click the place on the globe where this gnome comes from. As soon as the cursor touches the globe, it will stop turning and you'll be able to... In his own country, he's called Kulsum.
Kurva. Is he Czechian? Maybe... Oh, I don't know. European? Yeah, like Central Europe.
No, that's wrong. Try again.
This is an Australian gnome.
Let me show you where this gnome comes from. This is a Syrian gnome from the Middle East. His wife wears a veil. What a pity. You can't see how lovely she is.
Oh no, Tom. You should show off more, love. Where are you from?
In his own country, he's called Gnomo.
No more. You look like a Peruvian gnome to me.
Yes.
Peru lies in South America, and you'll meet this gnome there. He lives high up in the mountains, where the wind is cold and the air is thin. That's why he wears a blanket made of llama wool.
Ah. Okay, that one wasn't as bad. What the fuck are you?
In his own country, he's called Naños.
Naños. Mexican gnome? North America?
No, that's wrong. Try
Naño.
again.
Oh, it could be Spanish gnome. I forget they exist.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
This is a gnome from Greece.
Oh, it's Greece! It's not nearly hairy enough.
Spinaki avholimono, spinach with egg sauce, followed by a glass of ouzo. After that, he dances the sataki.
Okay. Oh no. I don't even want to hear it. Is this a Native American gnome or some shit?
Yes.
This Indian gnome lives
No!
in North America, and in South America too. There were tribes of Indian gnomes in the Wild West, but they're not mentioned in a single story.
I mean, this looks like a Scottish gnome.
In his own country, he's called wee folk.
Yeah. Scottish or Irish.
Yes.
What is
The
this? It's
Scottish
gnomes!
or
I told you! It's called
Often wears a
gnomes!
kilt. He's very fond of a nip of whiskey. It's good for his rheumatism, he says. So it is, too. He's on very good terms with the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh. Okay, oh my god. Oh no! I had no idea it was going to be like this when I booted up Gnomes.
Yes.
Bushman gnomes live in Africa. Whenever he's hungry, he simply shoots some fruit down from the tree with his bow and arrow. He does this lying on his back.
Okay. Hmm.
In his own country, he's called Feya.
That looks like Asia? Like North Asia? Like Siberia? Or maybe North Europe? You know, this strip of place.
No, that's wrong.
Maybe North
Try
America.
again.
I mean, basically strips of North bits.
Let me show you where this gnome comes from.
Asia. Ah, fuck you.
In the northernmost tip of Asia, you may
Asia.
meet the Siberian gnome. He spends a lot of time with trolls, and so he can't really be trusted.
Wow. I'm googling gnomes Tom Baker and nothing's going up, but that is what it is. I think nobody play. Oh, we've looped. We're back around to the China gnome. All right, get the fuck out of here.
Gnomes speak
Oh.
their own language among themselves. A Jewish gnome
Schlitzweiz.
can easily understand a gnome from China. Gnomes must never, ever speak their own language when people are about.
Oh my damn.
That's why no one has ever heard their language. Even so, we have no difficulty talking to gnomes because they can speak our own language perfectly. The writing that goes with the gnome language is called
Jewish
runic
gnome. I
script.
loved the Jewish gnome,
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
You can stay here and carry on looking in the places you've been before if you like. Or else you can look for the path that will lead you to the next place where gnomes can be found.
I'm gonna go on, because, yeah. Why not?
You're walking in the woods now. It's autumn, and the leaves are beginning to change colour, as
Are you
you can see.
DMing for me? Let's look at the mushroom. I want to see a little gnome sitting on a mushroom kicking his feet. I'm never going to get the image of the Jewish gnome out of my head.
Some people believe that gnomes change into toadstools when they're in danger. This may well be true, but no one has ever proved it.
Ooh. If you edited this content, it would be incredibly charming and lovely. What the hell is this?
Well, you're looking for a gnome, but what do they really look like?
There's something sinister about that line reading. I can switch them round.
This woodland gnome is 275 years old and in the prime of life. Gnomes can easily live to be 400 years old.
It is something that I think as a child I would have fucking loved this. What year is it from? I don't know. Hang on. CDI Gnomes. Gnomes FAQ. 1994? Maybe? Gnomes CD. This does not really exist in many places on the world. I think I might have gotten it from here. Gnomes, CDI, not rated. No information other than that. No information given here. I think maybe this was scrubbed from the world at some point, but I've got it. What's a CDI? A CDI is a failed, defunct console. Pseudo games console / media system from the mid-90s. It did not really work or do very well, and nobody remembers it or likes it now. It's infamous. What about this gnome? I like this gnome.
This lady gnome is quite
A
old.
lady gnome?
She's 346 years old. When she reaches 350, she'll begin to suffer from hair growing on her chin.
She goes through nomopause. Yes, all the games for it are infamously deeply bizarre. Like, they're infamously either terrible or like fever dreams or forgotten. It's also really difficult to emulate a lot of them, so some of them are just lost media. But occasionally you get one like Gnomes. There's nothing about gnomes on Tom Baker's Wikipedia, so it's all just a dream.
A male gnome weighs about 300 grams. A lady gnome weighs less, between 250 and 275 grams.
Okay. So the sexual dimorphism in gnomes. Alright, bye.
There are lots of other places in this picture to explore. Are you going to look for them?
Are there lots of other? It seems like there's one other. And it's this big egg thing in the background. Unless there's anything over here. Oh, there might be this, like, eye thing. Yes, there is.
A wild boar.
Oh!
People are scared to death of them, but they don't frighten gnomes. Oh, no. The gnome is good friends with most animals. He speaks their language and understands their problems. The animals always know where to find him when they need help, and they are always ready to lend him a hand.
Oh no, what the fuck am I doing here?
Here you can see parts of 4 different animals. Make a complete picture of each one.
Fuck you. Oh no. Okay, that's a stoat. So we can... That's a stoat. That's a stoat. That's a stoat's belly if I've ever seen one. Stoat. We need a little... That's some stoat feet right there. We just need a patch of grass. There we go,
From
stoat.
an early age, gnome children are told that polecats hunt
Polecats.
and paralyze them to be eaten later. That's why gnome children are always so scared of polecats.
Little gnome child.
A domestic cat that's gone wild can also put the wind up a gnome. Such a cat doesn't really belong to the natural animal world, and therefore isn't to be trusted.
Okay, next one. This looks like some sort of squirrel? Yeah, it's a red squirrel. He's holding some sort of little pine cone. Where's your little hand? There's maybe your little hand. There we go. Cat racism.
Because a gnome seldom forgets anything, he often comes to the help of squirrels, who often forget everything, and can't remember where they've hidden their nuts. This can be a nuisance in winter. The gnome also shows his good nature by sharing food from his own stores.
That's
A pheasant
incredibly
can only
cute.
count up to 3 chicks, and so she often loses the rest of her brood, leaving it to wander around on its own.
Oh.
But Father Pheasant has come to an arrangement about that with the gnome.
It's weird, but I am loving it, I think. Keep going. I mean, there's only 2 left. We need the snowy background. Snow. 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 In Sweden, you can get so many postcards with motives like this, especially for Christmas. It's so cute.
In gratitude for
There's
services
some
rendered,
huge
the
balls.
deer gives the gnome a potato from his food store. The gnome hates swimming more than anything else, thanks to his fear of going underwater. Hydrophobia. And so,
I think that's the
the
old
help
name
of an
for
otter is
rabies.
always welcome. With his head high above the water, the otter enjoys acting as a ferry boat.
I genuinely can't tell if this is sinister or the most charming thing I've ever seen. What's the last one we have here? A horse. Easy.
A horse seems very big compared to the man.
Yeah.
Just imagine how it must look to a gnome. Even so, he can walk between a horse's legs or even lie down and sleep there. The horse will never step on him. This lady gnome isn't really scared of spiders. She's just a bit nervous of them. But she will never damage a spider's web, because that would bring bad luck.
Alright, cool. That's all the animal stories. Let's leave again.
There are lots of other places in this picture to explore.
1.
Are you going to look for them? A gnome is blowing this ball of light from melted rock crystal.
What? So it's gone into magic
He
now.
makes many things from crystal. Lanterns, spectacles, telescopes, to name but a few.
Gnome inventions, yeah, right. There's a little finch. I want to see the
Which
finch.
of these objects belong together?
Oh, it's like matching them. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't know. This and this.
No, that's not right.
I don't know.
Choose the second one again.
Little... I don't know, I thought this was like a little tea cozy or something. Maybe this is a bird feeder? A lantern and... Well, this is like a visor. And this might be like a welding torch.
No, that's not right. Choose the second one again.
This one. They're like sunglasses.
The gnome
Hey!
makes candles from beeswax. But what's that piece of wood for? A bee finds nectar and pollen in a flower. She produces beeswax from the pollen. In the beehive, she uses this wax to build 6-sided cells side by side for the eggs. When the young bees have left the hive, the gnome lays the sheets of wax in a tray under the sun, and to protect his eyes from the sunlight, the gnome wears that wooden visor with a peephole. The wax melts in the heat of the sun and drips into a candle mold.
This game is making me
It
feel
hardens as it cools
dangerously
down.
cozy. I think I'm falling
The
asleep.
candle is now ready.
It's too cozy. Right, what about this and this?
Making nesting boxes is a favorite occupation among gnomes. If you look very carefully, you can
I have a
sometimes see
book
small
like this.
holes in the
It's
trunks
so
of
cozy.
trees.
And as
These are made by gnomes'
like as
tree climbing
suspicious as
shoes.
Tom Baker has been in the past, he does have a really
He
good
is
voice
a
for narration.
born carpenter. Chests, chairs, benches, he makes
bee!
them all himself. He also builds his own house, with help from his father. He uses tools that he has made himself. Saws, wood-carving knives, a spoke shave to remove bark, and hammers and axes.
Good for him. We're going to finish this bit off and then I'm going to save and exit, but I think I'm going to come back to gnomes later. Annoyingly, I actually really enjoy this. Oh, I have no idea. This and this.
The mother gnome makes all the family's clothes herself, very often from flax. This flax is dried,
I have to
separated
go
with a
to make an
comb,
appointment.
pressed, and then rolled into balls.
Maybe I'll play it with Emma
She
tomorrow.
spins the flax into threads and twines them. Then she can weave anything she likes.
I could watch hours of this.
When she has finished weaving, she dyes the material red.
Why
with
is this a
hemp,
forgotten
or
thing?
yellow with columbine leaves, or blue with indigo powder. That's red to begin with, but changes colour when exposed to the air.
Like, why? This is so pleasant. Why is this like a forgotten game? Extract all videos, please. And then it's this and this.
The gnome bakes all his pots, vases, and plates himself, from clay. He moulds this clay on the potter's wheel to the shape he wants. He adds the handles later on. He presses different designs into the wet clay with wooden stones.
Sorry, I'm late. I was watching
Then he allows the
Gnomes.
clay to dry. The pottery is baked in an oven.
Sorry, I
at
got
a
too
temperature
cozy
of
while
at
watching
least
Tom Baker talk about
800
gnomes and I fell
degrees
asleep.
Celsius. When it's cooled, the pot or vase can be decorated and is then ready for use. In the days before the potter's wheel, the gnome used to hollow out pebbles under a constant drip of water. It took hundreds of years, but the stones were as shiny as a mirror.
I bet there's old gnomes who are like, it was better when we did that. You newfangled gnomes. Right, let's exit this. Not even quick save on the CDI. I had to calm down after my outrage at the seventh dimension and failing Burger King training.
Are you going to look for them?
Core does not support saves, that's fine. Let's go. I'll go home. How do I leave? How do you leave in this game? Ladder? That might be resume. Back to the house? There we go. I'll come back later, Tom Baker and this, like, cozy gnome who's let me into their house. The CDI needed more of this shit and less of what it got. gonna just go. There we go. Unauthorized copying, hiring, renting, or public performances of this are illegal. Well, whatever. We're definitely not doing any of that. Alright, thank you everybody for watching Gnomes with me, and The Dig to a lesser extent, and Burger King for a much lesser extent. I'll be live again tomorrow with Emma, probably, around the same time as usual. Right now, I am going to go meet Emma, and we're going to go out to see a 50-year-old film together at the cinema, because we're just those kind of people. We'll probably get some food and stuff as well. It'll be nice. I will see everybody later on. I can put away my controller and stuff as well. I hope everybody liked The Dig and Gnomes. I genuinely liked Gnomes a lot. You can go to !links or !YouTube to find me on other places. I put out a couple of YouTube videos this last week, and this week there should be one on Saturday. My keyboard was broken for a bit, so I wasn't able to edit, so I'm a bit behind on that, but Saturday or Sunday there will be a new video out. I have it recorded and partially edited, so it's nearly out. It's nearly done. There's only like 3 more fucking hours of work in it, so I should knuckle down and get it done at some point. Yes? Emma needs to brush her hair so she can say goodbye as well. Hello, I'm just signing off. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Ah! Bye!